it's done right there. Smacking, eating that old 8 swimmer good. Right in the roof. Decent good fish. So the goal is to come out here and catch a ton of offshore fish. Gotta do some mystery tackle box stuff and film as well. I think it's gonna have a lot of these fish pushed up. Total cloud cover and real cloudy conditions, and figuring out what they're doing. They're definitely not chasing shallow. They're right where this drop off these pads are. It's about 8 foot of water, and I could probably start targeting them with better moving bait. I just feel like I can get a really good solid big bite on that swimmer. But it's a start as far as marking stuff offshore. Alright, so I went right back over my buoy about where my bait was landing, you know, right where my worm was going through that grass, and started throwing this 6XD little bluegill color and another small one. I'm actually really surprised he hit it so close to, that was when that bait was just starting to come back up, so that's good. We'll float back through and fish that again one more time thoroughly. What is happening, y'all? Back out here, day 3. Let me stop looking like a stormtrooper. Unfortunately, that bite died with the fog. Our forecast changed, our conditions changed. Obviously our strategy has to change with the fish, got to adapt to move with them. And we've done a lot of offshore graphing, found a couple of good spots, but nothing we can really keen in on right now. I'm out here solo today, actually, just kind of graphing around. It's the 3rd day in a row, went fishing, so trying to definitely clean up the last couple of spots I've been fishing. Yesterday's bite was strict shallow, and they were feeding really well, just chasing bluegill and eating really, really well. But today that bite was only on, really wasn't even on fire, but it was working for a good hour, and then it was really just nothing but small fish. I pulled 1 3-pounder out of that whole strategy fishing. That's more of the whole technique of fishing shallow. Moved off and have just caught a ton of smaller fish, man. Biggest one I've caught since that 3-pounder was like maybe 16, 17 inches off of a worm. So that's what we're doing now. I'm throwing a drop shot at them, a 10-inch worm, Texas rigged, where I'm really starting to find them, and a jerkbait just to kind of clean up what's left behind. So we're gonna keep messing around. The 6XD bite was there, but I couldn't make that happen either. So we're just gonna keep messing around. It's a fun day out here on the water. Good, nice, bright, sunny, little small breeze, which is nice. So it feels awesome out here, and can't complain about today. So get out there and keep trying to find some more and bigger fish. That one kind of got my heart pumping. 5-pounder come off that dog yesterday, so 16-incher. All right, so I'm gonna start fishing this flat. This is where I caught that worm fish earlier. I'm gonna start checking out a little jerkbait Concept Z on the Duck at 7.3 medium heavy. Really like this as a jerkbait, so it really can pull. Got a lot of good fish when you're throwing a jerk over some good grass like we got. About 8 foot of water. We're throwing a little rapala shad wrap deep, so it's gonna get down to about 6 with 14-pound line. We're gonna throw this around and see what happens. How big are you? Oh my God, little. Come up. Chill. There's one in the corner of his mouth, and this is probably when he was shaking down there. Another small one though, probably only a 13-incher. That grass is really sporadic out there though. It's really not too clumped up well. It's really not the best stuff to be fishing, but that's 2 small bites off of it. So they can't be alone, but that's the bait there. We're gonna keep throwing this around, seeing if we're gonna maybe stir something up here in the last hour. Come on. Are you good or what? You're swimming like you're good. No, you're not. Little. Dang, man. Swimming like he was something. I'm right back. That buoy is about, I don't know, 50 yards in front of me. Right back where we started on the first wormfish. I don't know why he's so bloody. Just throwing a little 10-inch ribbon tail, trying to keep it simple right now. The bite is just tough, man. As soon as we lost that wind and all that cloud, I mean, that bite was done. But that's 3 fish off of that same buoy that I marked this morning, marking all that grass. It's about an 8.5 foot, so if a bottom fishing type of afternoon with that sun. We'll kind of pan out, see what happens, do a couple more moves, and throw a couple techniques at them and see what we can put together. Pick this up. We're gonna go graph some more stuff and see what else we can find. This is to where it should be, you know, totally dead fishing. But this is right here. This marker buoy is probably one of the best tools you can buy for yourself. Takes a little getting used to the strategy of dropping where you need to drop, but basically the easiest way you can start is you buy these things. You can get them at Bass Pro, your tackle shop, tackle warehouse, online, wherever. I like to keep one right next to my foot, so that when I hook a fish, I can immediately pick this up and drop it overboard, and that's going to mark exactly where the bow of the boat was when I initially hooked into that fish. So I know if I'm casting straight, the bow of the boat was right here, I dropped that buoy in, I could get my boat lined up with that marker buoy perfectly to keep fishing that offshore grass, brush piles, shell bars, whatever I may be fishing. A good tool to invest in and start practicing and getting used to.